Every month for the last 4 years, I have been publishing a newsletter with 10 cool CodePen demos that I found that month. This is a video version of the latest edition of the newsletter, and these are the 10 cool CodePen demos that I found for March 2026. Let's start with Chris Bolson's Formula One Drivers Custom Select. And this is beautiful. I have to say, I love this demo. This is a select that you can come here and select a driver, and it's selected. What you may not notice is that this is only HTML, and pretty standard one, like with the select and options, some CSS to give some animation and decide the colors, and there's no JavaScript whatsoever. So just with HTML and CSS, Chris was able to build a select that doesn't look like a select at all. The flow is really smooth. The animations are on point. This is definitely one of the best custom selects, if not the best, that I have ever seen. It's just great. And talking about select, let's talk about our next demo, that is by Temani Afif. This is another custom select, and it's a little bit more playful than the other one, but it still is pretty cool. As you can see, it's only HTML with options and CSS, and it doesn't have any JavaScript, and that's what makes this demo pretty amazing and pretty cool. So when I click on select your fruit, I have different fruits that are flying, and there's this gun a la Doom. So if I want to select a banana, I shoot the banana, it explodes, and it's selected. If I want to select a different one, I just click there, and let's pick the watermelon, and the watermelon is selected. This is a funny version of a select. It doesn't look like a select at all. It's animated, which may have some issues with animation, with accessibility. But to be honest, what we are not, I don't think that Temani was caring about accessibility in this point. It's more about the wow factor, and he definitely got it. It's a great demo, and it's a fun component. Not one that I would use in production, but it's an amazing one. Another demo is this one by Jen Simmons. It may not look like much. It's basically just an SVG of 3 circles with a glow. But it has something that I found interesting, and that's why I included in the 10 cool CodePen demos. And it's this component here. So this is something that Safari didn't support it, but now it's available. It was released this past month. And in this case, for example, it's what adds this glow here, the composition. And before, if you open this demo in SVG in an older version of Safari, it would look like just the circles without any glow. I think it's great, the work that Safari, the team, the developers, and the engineers that are, the dev rels that are sharing the information, because they're doing a great job at releasing new features and also at publicizing them online. And Jen Simmons is doing an amazing job at that, which is, again, great. I think this may look like a small demo, but it's cool for what it means. It's new features, and it's a browser that is advancing more and more every time, and that's what we want. So let's go to the next demo that is, maybe also doesn't look that great. As you can see, this is a ribbon or a lace that is moving. It's animated. And one of the things I like is designed with P5.js. It's responsive. And one thing that I really like is this. Margarita actually puts here the values for the canvas, the colors, the speed. So we can look at the code, and it's commented, which is great. And look, let's put something a little bit faster. Let's see what happens. Yeah. It goes faster. The higher the number, the faster it goes. Let's see the wave frequency. What happens if we change it to 5 or 6.5? That's almost double what it was there before. Oh no, yes, there it is. It generates a different type of wave. So that's one of the things why I like this demo. I haven't worked much with p5.js. I have to say, not at all, to be honest. And this is great because, all the settings, everything, and the code is really simple to read. And combined with the settings that I can change easily, it's a good way of practicing P5 and see how it works. And that's what I liked about this demo. And also, I find it quite relaxing, just the ribbon moving and waving slowly. It's like mesmerizing. I like it. It's relaxing. The next demo is actually a fun one too. So this I need to reload. It's like a clash zone. It's like a battle between the cyan and the magenta army. And what they're trying to do is all the characters are trying to go to their corner, and they're stopped by the other characters of the other color. So I see it almost like a game. You can move them around, actually. Oh, wow. And they will go to their side, which is cool. And you can see there's a blue one that is stuck here. Soon it will get free and move to its side. But I like to see it as almost like a game, like, oh, which one will win? Like, because it's random, so every time that you refresh, the animation will be a little bit different, and the team that wins will be different too. So before it was the pinks, now it looks like the blues are going to win. Or maybe not, who knows? No, yeah, definitely. Whoa, there is the pink. So I see it almost like a game. It's fun to watch, and it's developed with Matter.js and with JavaScript, and it's an interesting one. I haven't looked too much into the code, but the animation is entertaining, and I find it like, also relaxing. And those games that you're like, oh, which marble is going to win at the end of the circuit? This is kind of the same, like, oh, which team will arrive to the corner first? I found it fun, and I liked it. Now, this is a fun one that probably doesn't work on this one. Yes, I should have opened this on Chrome Canary. So you can see it here. You see I'm scrolling, and the header stays there. And if I move horizontally, the left side is coming. So if you have worked with data tables, this is an issue that you have probably seen 1,000 times. Like, you may want to have a sticky header and a sticky first column, and you cannot do it because JavaScript doesn't allow it by now. But Bramus Van Dam actually showcases a new feature from Chrome that allows for that. So I will check if I can record this with Canary and show how it works. But the idea is that when I scroll on Canary, this header stays. So it scrolls with the table and the column also. This is a feature that, it may be simple, but it's going to be something that really helps development in the future. It's something that I have seen 1,000 times, and I hate having to do it because it's super tough. And the way that he did it, it's super easy. And I really look forward to this feature coming out in every browser, to be honest. Okay, so the next demo is by Ben Evans, and it's CSS art. And you can see it's HTML, some CSS, and the JavaScript is just to say there's no JavaScript. As you can see, the image is responsive, which is amazing. And then it's interactive too. So you can click on the power and it will show the CodePen logo. You can change the volume, although I don't think this one does anything. And finally, you can tune and it will move a little. You see? And finally, you can switch it off and it will blink like an old CRT TV. I think that Ben did an amazing job with this one. It looked realistic. The shadows are really good. Everything, like from the curves, the reflection, even the animation. This is the little blinks and imperfections. Everything. It's great in this animation. And to think that it's only done with HTML and CSS, that's amazing. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one is this one. The title is Using Sibling-Index to Hue Shift Increment Opacity in SVG Paths. And it does exactly what the title describes. So it's just an SVG. You can see it here. And the fun thing is that, and let me see if I can put it a little bit bigger. Okay, it's responsive, which is nice, but expected from SVG. And as you can see, let me see. Oh, wow, she has changed the code. Oh, they're using if. That's cool. So Mandy Nicole, one of the things that can be seen here is that it uses sibling-index and relative colors to change the hue, lightness, color hue of every line depending on which order they are. And that's why it goes from red, orange, yellow, and green. And I think you can see a little bit of blue there too. And that's because they're changing the hue 10 degrees each time, which is perfect. Also, there's some animations that were commented before, but now they work, and they work like a charm. As you can see, each of these paths is animating at a different delay, so they don't start at the same time. This is a perfect combination of many different things. And if, else that is new and only works on Chrome, relative colors that are fun, sibling-index that, if I'm correct, maybe on Chrome only too. But yes, so it's really new technologies. And then container sizes. So there's a little bit of everything. This has everything: mix, blend modes. And again, the blob is kind of relaxing, seeing moving and just changing shape. Although it's not changing shape, you're just seeing it from a different angle. But I think this is a pretty cool demo. It uses many new technologies, new features from the language, from CSS, and again, it's a nice drawing. The next demo is by Rob, and this is basically a tutorial for the if function that we saw in the previous demo, and explains what it is, how it works, some pros and cons, how to use it and not use it. And finally, the fun thing is that it includes a test to, after all you have learned, you can come here and show how much you know. Will I get there? Yes, a quick quiz here. So this demo may not be impressive from a technical point of view. It's just a tutorial, but the content is really useful. And I think that if you read it and learn about it, the if function is a cool demo in my book. And last but not least is Cyd Stumpel. So this is a demo that it combines two different things: zoom, but it's combined with scroll-driven animations. So as you scroll, you see things grow, and it reaches a point in when it has scroll the max, and then they just keep scrolling the page. And as they say, hey, what cool. This is cool for real. I can see it as a variation, let's see, of a parallax effect. It kind of looked like that, but it's different. It looks fresher to me. I'm tired of seeing just like, the background is moving at a different speed than the other things. It's native CSS, just HTML and CSS. So this is pretty cool, and it's something that I can see myself using in projects in the future. Great job. To be honest, I'm going to steal it. Borrow it. And those are the 10 demos of March 2026 that I included in the newsletter. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you enjoyed the demos. I'm going to put a link to each of them in the description, so check them out.